Well, she is one of our favorite chiropractors to have here on the show, and she's also a health and wellness expert, Dr. Liza Egbogah. Good to have you here.
Happy to be here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
You know, you can't get a spot on the treadmills at the gym right now because probably mid-February things start to die off again. But right now we're all gung-ho. We all want to get back in shape.
Exactly. That's a common New Year's resolution, to get back into shape. Unfortunately, sometimes with rushing in to get back into shape, a lot of people get injured. If you get injured, it's hard to continue on that fitness path.
It totally derails you. It wrecks your mojo completely, right?
Exactly. So what can you do to prevent injury and continue on your fitness regime? So I have some great tips for you today.
Great.
Number one, you have to be warm. So what does that mean? You want to warm up.
You've been outside today, right?
Exactly. So especially coming in from the cold, before you start your actual workout, you want to do a warm-up. A warm-up, say you're running, that can mean a slow jog, that can mean walking on the treadmill. That would be a warm-up. Say you're going on the elliptical and you're going to go hard on the elliptical, you can start with no resistance at all, and that's a warm-up. Another way,
just don't jump right in.
Absolutely not. That's a common way people get injured, especially for group fitness classes.
Do we stretch before or not? I've heard two different sides of that story.
So before, you don't want to do static stretching. So static stretching is where you're taking a stretch and you're holding it. What you want to do is something called dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching involves moving the joints. So that can be arm swings, that can be hip swings. So it's things to essentially warm up the joints and warm up the muscles, but not just standing and holding a stretch. So dynamic stretching before, warm up with some light cardio, spend a good 5 to 10 minutes doing that, and you'll be safer through your workout.
Good.
Okay, number two, so this is an often overlooked component of staying injury-free, and that's what you eat and what you put into your body.
Yeah, we don't think about that.
Yeah, so I mean, top athletes do this. You may have read the story about Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen, and he does not eat any inflammatory food. So everything he does is anti-inflammatory so that he doesn't get injured and that he can recover. So I have a sampling today.
Was that his wife's doing?
That's his doing, and his whole
good for him.
family actually follows it because he's the athlete, right? He's the one. Football, right? You're going to get injured. It's 100% guaranteed. So what I have here for you are a couple of things that are great to reduce inflammation. The first thing we have here is pineapple.
Yummy pineapple.
So pineapple has an enzyme called bromelain, and that has been shown to reduce inflammation.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then what you can do is you can mix that with another great anti-inflammatory like ginger. So mix that in your smoothie. If you go to any juice places, some places offer a ginger shot, or you could add that into your cooking. You can make ginger tea.
I've seen the pineapple. I've seen pills of bromelain and pineapple extracts or something. So are we better off just eating the pineapple?
Your body is able to use these enzymes from the food better, so it's better to actually eat the food and incorporate it into your diet versus taking supplements. But if you're not able to consume it, or you are watching your sugar intake or calorie intake, then you can just take the supplement. If you're going to take a supplement like that, you can take a fish oil one. So I have a fish oil one here. And omega-3, that's one of the best anti-inflammatories that you can have. And it's also great for muscle repair.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And you can get that in your diet through eating things like wild salmon. Another underlooked one that's a lot cheaper and easier to get
and it's
are
the
sardines.
omega-3 that's the key, right?
Omega-3, that's the good one that you want. So sardines are also a great source of omega-3.
I'd like to know how many sardines you're eating in a week.
You know what? I love sardines.
Do you really?
I really do love sardines. If you want a sardine treat, frying sardines with a little bit of salt and pepper, or grilling them the way they do in Greece is actually delicious.
Is that right?
A lot of people actually love sardines.
Well, I've heard that it is a wonderful food, so rich in those omega-3s again,
yes.
Right? But it's a tough sell because we're just not used to using them.
You just have to make it the right way.
Okay,
right?
Good to know.
Now, apples. So a lot of people don't think of apples as being high in antioxidants. They do actually have an antioxidant called quercetin in the skin of the apple.
Quercetin.
Yes.
I've heard of this.
So that's in your apple skin. So it's actually a high antioxidant fruit. So imagine if you were to take a smoothie with apples, pineapples, and ginger.
Ooh, with the skin.
With the skin.
Because we're told to take the skin off because of the pesticides.
You should never take the skin off. I have an organic apple here. Better to eat organic apples. But don't take the skin off because then you're losing out on part of the insoluble fiber, and then you're also losing out on all the benefits. When you take the skin off, I mean, you're really just having sugar, right? You lose most of the benefits. And surprisingly, sweet potato is also here.
Yum.
So potatoes often get a bad rap, but sweet potatoes have something called beta carotene, and that is an antioxidant. So when you are working out, you might get a little bit of little tears in the muscle fiber, you need repair. Antioxidants help your body to repair properly.
That's what the soreness is that we feel the next day.
Yeah,
right?
that's part of it. And when you are able to recover fully from a workout, when you go back to your next workout, you're less likely to get injured. If you are to work out and you have little injuries that aren't fully repaired, then you're more likely to get a big injury. So that's why it's good to have a mixture of these foods. I mean, sweet potatoes are delicious. And for any of these things, if you can't eat the actual food, there are always supplements that you can take that have those in it.
Brilliant. I'm just thinking, why couldn't you cook up a sweet potato, use some of that in your smoothie with your pineapple and your ginger and your apple?
Exactly. And one more thing you could top it off with is some walnuts.
Walnuts.
So walnuts are actually the highest nut source of omega-3s. Most people don't know that walnuts contain omega-3s. So if you were to crumble some toasted walnuts on your sweet potato, that's also a good anti-inflammatory combo.
Wow.
And they're delicious and rich in many vitamins that will help with your repair and a good boost for your workout. And if you're staying low on your carbs, nuts and fats are a good source for that. So, have some nuts and some sardines together. Especially walnuts.
If you say it's good, I'll do it.
Hey, I'm not the chef, so.
Thank you. So these are great tips. So it's not just about stretching, it's about getting the right foods into your body so that any injuries are repaired and don't become serious. Thank you.
Exactly.
For more information, dr-liza.com. We'll be right back.